But let's focus in then on the management of Bajaj Electricals. Talk a little bit about what exactly brokerages are saying with respect to the company, as Ambit believes that the consumer business revenue will revive in FY17. Shekhar Bajaj, Chairman Managing Director, Bajaj Electricals, now connects with us on the show. Morning, Mr. Bajaj. Would like to start off with what the analysts are saying. They're expecting, growth as well as your EBITDA margins to recover smartly in FY17. Can you walk us through the outlook, and is that on the cards?
I think so. Basically, because our growth not taking place in this particular year because of our new strategy of distribution, which should start showing a positive growth. Already in the fourth quarter we should show positive growth, and in the next year of course there will be positive double-digit growth we can expect in the consumer durable side. And because of which the margins which were showing negatives, not because our first level margins are impacted, but because the fixed costs get distributed over a smaller volume, and therefore the fixed cost percentage went up by about 2%, which once we start having our growth numbers, then that fixed cost percentage will not remain the same, and therefore our margins will definitely show a better position in the next year. 2017 should be a much better year. Luckily lighting and EPC business anyway are doing well, and consumer durable also next year should be a very good year.
Good to know that, Mr. Bajaj. I would just like to talk a little bit about your order book. That has fallen about 30% year-on-year for the 9 months FY16. What is the reason for this, and can you walk us through targets in terms of expectations for your order book going forward?
See, we are the EPC order book is only for EPC business. For our consumer products, we don't have order book much because it's a day-to-day situation. You get orders, you supply it, and that's the end of the thing. Now, EPC business is, because of the market conditions, there is a certain lull in demand on one side, but more than that, because of the lack of good orders, there is a margin squeeze. And as a company, we have decided that if we don't make a certain minimum level of margins, we will not do business, because this is not our core business. Unless we make money, we will not do this business, and therefore we have lost a lot of contracts and businesses because we have not gone and played a price game, and that is why the order book. But frankly speaking, we are wanting to do limited business but do it profitably. That's our motto. Earlier we were looking at top line, now we are looking at bottom line. That is why we want to, whatever 2,500 crore of order book is there, we want to execute it properly and profitably.
Okay, Mr. Bajaj, do you think that the consumer durable sector is expected to see an improved demand now, and what's your outlook for FY17?
Actually, the consumer demand was good in the current year also. Next year, of course, because we are focusing on instead of primary sale, we are looking at secondary sale, and therefore a lot of correction in terms of inventories have been done at the dealer level. And therefore, because of that, even if their secondary sale is good, our primary sale shows a reduction in growth. So next year, once this gets corrected, most of the dealers' stock levels are under control. So next year we should show a positive double-digit growth coming in the consumer durable section also very clearly.
Fair enough. Now, on the E&P side, the bidding process for the new projects has been significantly tightened. What's the outlook for the E&P business?
See, we are clearly not looking at EPC business to be more than 35%, around 30-35% of our total turnover. So if next year we are looking at around 5,500 crore, I would say that we should restrict our EPC business to around 2,000 crore. This year we should do around 1,600 crores. So next year we should not look at anything more than 2,000 crore coming out of the EPC business. And therefore we are, but we will do, even if it doesn't reach 2,000 crore, little less also doesn't matter, but we will not like to do it unless we are making any proper margins. So we are looking at a profitable 2,000 crore rather than just 2,000 crore for the sake of turnover.
And what is the net debt on your books as well as your plans to reduce debt, and how do you see your market share shaping up?
See, as far as once we start doing our secondary sale focus, which is there, which we are now going from urban, we have covered almost 30% of the urban areas. We are now going to rural market, so that will increase our market share. That's why I said a double-digit growth next year is clearly seen through the secondary sale route. As far as EPC is concerned, EPC, if we get the orders at the right price, as I mentioned, we will take it, and we are trying to see that whatever orders are there in hand is enough to keep us busy for the next year. As far as the power distribution, which is a major 2,000 crore orders of power distribution, that will keep us busy for at least next 6-8 months clearly, and therefore we will start worrying about additional orders after a few months. At this moment we've got sufficient orders to keep ourselves busy.
And finally, can you just tell us, in terms of your three major segments, lighting, consumer durables and engineering, which is poised to deliver the most growth, given the fact that analysts are now saying the revenue growth from FY17 onwards will be higher on account of the TOC rollout?
Okay. Current year we are looking at a turnover of about 4,700 crore. Of that, 1,100 crores out of lighting segment, 1,600 crores coming out of the EPC segment, and 2,000 crore coming out of the appliances, the consumer durable segment. So therefore that's 4,700 crores. As I said, that in the lighting segment we can clearly look at a growth of around 15 to 20% next year. As far as lighting is concerned, consumer durable, double digit, that means around 10%, and EPC should be around 20%. So as a company we can look at around 15% growth is what we would look at.
Okay, Mr. Bajaj, we'll let you go on that. Thanks very much for taking time out, chatting with us and sharing your business outlook with us on Hot Stocks.
Thank you.
Well, that's the word coming in from the management of Bajaj Electricals. But from Bajaj Electricals, let's shift focus then to M&M. SP Shukla joins us on the phone line to discuss about the new procurement policy. Mr. Shukla, great to have you with us. First up, what do you make of the new procurement policy? The new rules of the game right now seem to suggest that this is pro-India.